What up? What up, though? You see it. Those are the matchups of spring cleaning going down today on Black Mafia Battle League. I kind of ran through the predictions because, again, this card is easy to predict on paper. Like, it's pretty much all of the favorites. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see an upset. So I got Chess, Twerk, Coffee, Fonz, and O Solo because I just don't trust clips. So we can just go ahead and remove this. What up, though? We can go ahead and remove that. And again, shout out to the league. Again, it's just one of those things where you know on paper these matchups don't do it for me. But I guess on this card, it's more about who you paying to see. Like you gonna pay and see Twerk versus anybody. Clips. I hate to say it, he still has a large fan base. That even though he'll screw up every battle on his way to this battle, people will still pay to see him. So in terms of in the building draw, it's gonna be a draw. But as far as level of interest in matchup making, I hate this card. But they do got the main event. They do got that. Look at it again. Aye Verb versus JC. Probably, if I can think, probably the last grudge match as far as the Midwest top tiers are concerned. So I think this matchup is going to be really, really important to how the rest of this card is viewed because, like I said, it's really light as far as great matchups going in a back and forth type of time. Now, I will say there is a chance for some of these people to get upset, but like if Twerk loses and gets upset, it's 1,000% chance that's because he was just messing up in the battle, which makes it a bad battle because if he's screwing up and dude wins off of default, it's a bad battle. Same thing with Chess. The only way Chess loses this battle is not. It'll never be material versus material. It'll only be if he chokes, and that's pretty much with the rest of the things. But JC and Verb, I got keys to victory for both. I'm gonna start off with keys to victory for Verb. Simple. You're in the state of JC. I mean, it's in. I wouldn't say Detroit. Mount Clemens isn't Detroit esque, but it's not Pontiac. You're not directly in his backyard, but you're in his home state. A lot of people gonna come out to support JC because he doesn't really have a lot of battles at home over his career. To be honest with you, I maybe can count like four. This whole time, like when he broke through and made it mainstream. Like I swear I probably only see him here at the crib battle maybe 4 or 5 times tops. So it's gonna be fanfare. So I would say the first thing is to win the crowd over early. So I know a lot of times Verbs likes to have this slow build up before he lands. He can still do that, but he has to make sure it's something powerful that's going to wake people up and pay attention to the rest of his round. Because if he lose them in that first 8 to 10 bars or whatever, I don't see him. He's not a momentum rapper, so I don't really see him losing them in the first 8 to 10 and then gaining momentum and like going up. I feel like when he strikes, as soon as he gets there, then you're gonna have an amazing Verb. Like I think of Verb versus Suge. He didn't really waste no time in getting to his bag, and that's when you knew, oh, Verb is on one. You know what I'm saying? But if he's kind of losing you in the crowd and losing the viewers, he's probably gonna stay like that the rest of the round. So come out the gate strong, man. That would be my advice to him for that one. So that's key number one. Key number two, man, is try to be try to be try to be more of a, and I know it's not in his bag because he's like a different person now, but you got to try to be a little more, not punch heavy, but you got to haymaker chase a little bit. This is a battle where you got a haymaker chase, and the way you do that is through your personality. Yeah, through your personality, man. The way you do that is through your personality. I'm gonna mute the mic because I'm gonna be coughing because I'm not feeling the best right now. I don't know if you can tell through the voice, but that's just I'm thugging out with y'all right now, thugging it out. But personality, be charismatic because history has shown, and I got a lot of love for JC, but history has proven that when JC goes against those certain people who got who's performative and is like electric, he kind of struggles because all he got is the pen. So, you gotta get into your old verb bag, and I mean the Showtime bag. I mean the Showtime bag. I mean you gotta really get into, when you was doing the Elvis move or the electric slide and all that. You kind of got to get into that bag because when you're doing all of that, and then it's JC's turn, and he's kind of just rapping and only rapping, it can make the optics look like you're winning, even if you're not lyrically saying better stuff than him. But yeah, let's look at JC's track record. K Shine with the Michael Jackson sequence. Looked like he bodied him, right? T Top. Remember when T Top brung in like some dance interpreter doing the JC moves and stuff? Just showmanship, charismatic, personality. Got him up out of there. Um, I can go on and on. New Jersey Twerk got a personality and it's like animated. Like he struggles with those types, man. So I think you gotta show a bit more personality. Um, Kind of go into the old verb because I remember when you used to mock Math Hoffa when you went against him and when you went against like Miles and stuff like that. Like just kind of get into a different bag, so to speak. Like don't try to be so ultra serious is what I'm saying. And you'll be straight. So one is win the crowd early. Two is show a bit more personality because that's something you got over JC. And then I would say three, lasting impression. Like you, like hopefully your third round is your strongest round. Because if your third round is your strongest round, it's a good chance you probably won the battle. Cause I don't know JC third. Let me think. What's JC's best third round? JC JC thirds be okay. It's never been nothing like I don't think he got like a monumental third. You know what I'm saying? Verb got a few. You know what I'm saying? Verb Verb got a few. So I would hope that his third is his best round because if his third is his best round, I don't see him losing two straight rounds to JC. I mean, it can happen, right? Because Verb has been 30 a lot too. Despite his greatness, he has been 30 a lot, so it's possible. But I don't see it in this battle. But that would be my three keys to victory for Verb. All right. So one, win the crowd early. Two, show personality. And three, win the third round. It's a must. It's a must because that lasting impression could sway things. Because if your third crazy, sometimes they give you an extra round. I know that for a fact. I remember that with who was that? Math and Rex back in the day. Math third was so crazy to people. People went back and like tried to rewrite history and say he won. So, and I can say that with a couple of other people too. But yeah, that's my keys to victory for him. Now again, JC's turn, right? As we look back at the card, take a quick glance. All right, you got it. So with JC, man, same thing actually. I know he's at home, but in the same respect, because he doesn't battle at home a lot, winning the crowd early matters to him too. So it's crazy that the keys to victory one for both is win the crowd early because they both are like when they both start off slow, it doesn't. get better after they start slow. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I would say more so with JC too, because again, he kind of relies just on penmanship, a little bit of charisma, showmanship, but you wouldn't label him as a performer. So, yeah, his stuff got to be potent out the gate. So I would say even more so with him. And because he isn't like a hometown hero to the extent like a Cal is or a Ill Will, pardon me, I still think that he should rely on his location. Like I don't know what he can tie in with Michigan references and things like that. But if Mook did it and Mook not even from here, you can do it. Mook told what he tell Ars? And I wish your brother Ice would, like Blade Ice would. And with this blade, I wish your brother Ice would. Cold. Simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta use your home field advantage. All right. So number two. Number two for JC would be quick hitters. Quick hitters. What is quick hitters? Sometimes the 4-bar setup is cool, but sometimes a quick 1-2 punch and then moving on to the next segment can be just as effective. Danny versus King, Danny Myers versus King is a great example of that because they both did it a few times where they didn't do elongated setup to get to the punch. It was just kind of quick. When you say death or blow, yes or no, or do I slash this YN? Yes or no? That's what Danny said. Quick and effective. Slash his YN, yes or no? Crowd went crazy. Right? What King say? Something like, what he say? Dome is leaking. Act your age. Morgan Freeman. Crowd went crazy. Simple and effective, quick hitters. That's something JC need to utilize because, again, his personality isn't crazy. He isn't overly performative, and he talks with his hands a lot. Like when he battles, he does a lot of hand gesturing, and that just gets on people's nerves for whatever reason. But he does it a lot. It's almost like he's a president who does this when they're talking. Like one of the presidents who be talking like that, like Obama. Yeah, be giving you Obama vibes. So quick hitters kind of keep people wanting to hear you, and it just breaks up the pattern because you don't want to look repetitive and mechanical and stationary. So that's number two. All right. And number three, talk to him. I know you not like angle heavy. I know that. But if you was ever getting to a grown man bar, talk to him back. Now is the time. So much has went on with Verb over the last couple of years. You gotta speak on it. You gotta speak on it. If you want to win, because like I said, if his third is crazy, you probably lost. So you gonna need one of them rounds. Not necessarily saying I'm not saying your third has to be this round, right? But you just need a round, bro. You just need a round to really combat what he's gonna say. So please don't be too stuck in your ways, too stubborn to not adapt to the circumstance. Use a lot angles, current events, and just JC it up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, be as creative as you normally are with the information that's given. And you do that, you should win. Verb, same thing with you. Win the crowd, show personality, and have your third be the best, and you should win too, right? And if y'all both do those three things, it'll be battle of the night for sure. It'll likely be a top 10 battle of the year. And more importantly, it'll probably save this card. Peace and love. I'm out.